Good evening, campers, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. I'm Commander Exorcist, and it is time, once again, for Talk O Tuesday. This is my weekly Elite Dangerous show where I pick a Galnet article, read it, and talk about it, primarily from a lore perspective, but I will break the fourth wall if necessary. If I don't appear to be my usual jovial and extroverted self, I guess you could say, that's because it's not really a time for celebration. Saul is under attack and is currently home to the last Titan Kosiho. In fact, the last Titan itself has taken up orbit around Earth. And yeah, absolute devastation from coast to coast. And the casualty lists are immense. This is what we are seeing is devastation on a level that humanity has never faced at any point in its history. There is no frame of reference for us to really consider the amount of people that we have lost in the last 96 hours. I mean, that since Kosiho entered into the Sol system, and like they do, the Titan began exerting its influence over a number of systems. I believe it was 12 that were invaded. We're going to talk a little bit about those star systems and kind of the status of the war in general in combination with the article we're going to go over. Now, I will tell you that the article we're going to go over is a little bit older. It's from last week. When the invasion occurred, Galnet really stepped up its game and started publishing regular updates, letting us know what was happening and kind of the consequences of it. Well, what we're going to go over is, as of the recording of this video, is the most current Galnet product. And it's probably one of the most tragic pieces of text I think that we've ever seen throughout our history here. And I will say also, I was going to show the trailer for that of the Kosiho invasion, but I'm not going to. I think that trailer is unbelievably terrifying, and it's in its simplicity because of showing the Titan coming into the solar system, taking up orbit in Earth. That's fine. That's not the hard part. It's the audio that you hear of the screams, and you see the lights down on the planet, and you think of all the innocent people down there that are suffering because of this, that had nothing to do with any of this. But here we are, the result of humanity's poking the bear, and here we are. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the article for today. And so when Kosiho invaded Sol, like any good operation, all of the rescue agencies sent their best, as many megaships as they could. All of them have been destroyed. An alien hive mind like the Thargoids does not discriminate in its targets. So they don't look at, say, an International Red Cross or another symbol that may be identified in our war rules and say, that's a hospital, I'm not going to destroy that. They don't care. It's a human target. All targets, all humans are valid targets when it comes to the Thargoids. And we learned some very devastating consequences from that with the destruction of the rescue megaships. So I'm going to read this article real quick, talk about the megaships, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit what my prediction is for this end game, because we are at the end game. This war is going to end one way or another in the next couple of weeks. It's over. It has to be. We cannot survive a protracted war like this. It says almost all rescue megaships deployed to systems near Sol have been destroyed shortly after their arrival. Aegis has confirmed. 8 of the 11 active rescue megaships were ordered to systems close to Sol to help with the expected high flow of refugees and civilian casualties following Titan Kosiho's arrival. But distress calls were sounded within minutes of arrival, with a few recovered survivors claiming the Thargoids had arrived in alarming numbers at their precise arrival location. Now, that's important. That's very important because it shows you that the Thargoids have access to our intelligence network. This is not a game. This is not a game for them. They are not shooting in the dark. They're in Sol looking for something very specific. We don't know what it is yet, but we know that it's here, and they're looking for it. And not only that, they have to have access to our communication systems and our intelligence networks to be able to know where all of these ships came out. The Federal Haven, the rescue ship Bershinger, the Forester, the Kaisel, in Wolf 359, of all places, the Cavil, the Yoshida, and the Sikoli. All gone. Hundreds of thousands of doctors, nurses, technicians, patients, refugees, people coming to help. Gone. For the people that want to sit back and say that we should make peace with the Thargoids, yeah, go ahead. Give it a try. You just had an alien race wipe out a huge portion of our rescue fleet. Unarmed, just coming to help, and they're gone. And so, fortunately, we have 2 rescue megaships that are still functioning, and I can confirm at the recording of this video, they are still functioning. So there is rescue opportunity out there still active. The Hunter in Lighten Star and Cornwallis in V886 Centauri. The Cornwallis kind of led the charge. They're the one that has really been out on the front, providing that kind of support for commanders that were looking to bring people out. I was running missions from Abraham Lincoln in orbit of Earth out to Cornwallis for several days leading up to Kosciuszko's ultimate arrival, which shut down Abraham Lincoln because that station has been devastated. It's shut down. It's in pieces, like a lot of them are. And if they're not in pieces, they're on their way. The Goids are just absolutely swarming these stations. The Allied Solus and Imperial Sanctum rescue megaships were not deployed towards Sol and remain in their respective locations of Sunwen and Hikamaru. Given this alarming news, it seems unlikely they will be sent into the danger area. Well, thank God they won't be sent into the danger area around Sol. At least we learn a few things. And that kind of goes back. That's why humanity has to win this, okay? The Thargoids are operating on instinct. They're intelligent, but there's a huge instinct to them. Ours is we operate on instinct too, but ours is a heavy survival instinct. And so we recognize, hey, we lost all these megaships. We probably should have sent 1 or 2 just to test the waters. Instead of sending an entire fleet of them at one time, especially if we knew that a Titan was going to be invading a star system, like our home star system, I think some mistakes were made there. But now is not the time really to kind of poke and try to, assign blame to things. Now is the time really to act. And with that, oh my God, have we acted. So Titan Kosciuszko has invaded Sol. 12 star systems around that Titan, around Sol, have fallen or are under attack. Many of them have fallen completely to the Thargoids. They are under control. But several of those systems have already been liberated. Procyon, Duamta, and a couple others. And so we are seeing an immediate pushback of the Thargoid fleet. Not just the AXI community. Yes, the AXI community, they're doing their thing and we appreciate what they're doing. This is everybody. I have explorer friends that have never fired at a Thargoid before that are on the ground right now, restoring stations, hunting down interceptors, and doing what needs to be done to defend our home. Yours truly, I'm an explorer and a mercenary, but I have been spending my time, as you can see in the background, restoring power to destroyed or disabled settlements, trying to bring back the ability for us to fight the Goids on the ground and get some of our ground installations back up and running. I occasionally take out a scout if I run by it, but like I said, I'm more of a ground combat person, so I've found my way. I've also evacuated hundreds and hundreds of passengers. And so everyone at this point can get involved. You don't have to shoot. You can just fly, pick up a mission, and make several million credits while you're at it. People are making billions off of this. Desperation is big business, my friends. So what's going to happen now? This is one of the most incredible gaming experiences, stepping out of character and going beyond the fourth wall for a moment. This is one of the most incredible gaming experiences I've ever had. And because of the living nature of it, we are seeing our home star system in the future invaded by our ultimate alien foe. And we are poised to take our home back eventually. Which means at some point we're going to have a second star in our solar system when Kosiho goes up in flames. Maybe on Christmas. So here's what I expect to happen. Star systems are falling pretty quickly back to humanity. Liberations are happening at a decent rate. Given what I know about the system and how this works, this is my prediction. And again, this is just I'm not an AXI expert, but I've kind of figured out some of the systems and how these things work. So this is just Exorcist's plan for the war. This is what I anticipate. We will fight Kosiho in 2 weeks. Not this Thursday. I do not expect it to be fully vulnerable in the next 2 days. However, come the time that the 18th of December rolls around, the 18th or the 19th, we are going to see Kosiho be fully vulnerable. That weekend is going to be something for the history books. As we all descend on Kosiho, destroy the reactor, and if we play our cards right, and we do it right as a community, there's a very real chance that Titan Kosiho could go up in flames on Christmas. What a Christmas gift. What a Christmas miracle that would be for humanity to see the last Titan, the end of the Thargoid War, ring out across the skies over Earth on Christmas. I would be really stoked if that happens. Is it going to happen? I don't know. It could, because if the Titan is vulnerable, say on the 19th, that gives us a couple of days to fight it. If we get it by the 24th, it has 24 hours to melt down. It's possible that on December 25th, all of this could be done by Christmas. A Christmas miracle. But at the moment, we are facing imminent destruction. Most of our starports are out. There are revenants and banshees everywhere. I have several videos on the channel now. Go check them out. Fighting revenants and banshees, including one yesterday that goes over stealth options. The two different ways that you can approach these settlements, like what you're seeing in the background. There are interceptors and scouts everywhere. Everywhere. Nobody is safe. Nowhere is safe. There are no safe places. No safe spaces. And so it is up to all of us to do our part. If your part isn't to shoot, pick up a passenger and carry them home. Carry them somewhere safe. Do your part to protect the next generation, because there are going to be a lot of gaps. Humanity's facing a very tough road ahead to rebuild, because that's what we're going to have to do. This is going to be a period of rebuilding afterwards. It's kind of strange this is happening now, and we're about to get colonization to elite. Makes you wonder. But it's very unfortunate. The mega ship story is really tragic. I was surprised at the level of destruction that has occurred, and both inside the lore aspect of it and outside as just a regular human being watching a game story unfold. This is stuff this is historical, and I'm proud in a way to have been part of it, but I'm also deeply moved and sorrowful because of what has happened, because this universe lives for us. For many of us, this is a living place. This is a place we go. This is a place that we love and we want to take care of. And to see it torn apart the way that it has been, it's really unnerving. But we have a chance to fight back, and we have a chance to win. And I have confidence in all of you that will happen. Hey, everybody, these are the disciples. If you would like to support the work that I do here on this channel and on my other social media, patreon.com/Commander Exorcist. You get early access to certain videos, behind the scenes, and a monthly vlog where I talk about everything that I don't really talk about here on the main channel. And that's going to be it for Taco Tuesday today, my friends. Thank you for staying with me. And things are going to get spicy, but continue to do your part. And remember, the only good bug is a dead bug. I'm Commander Exorcist. Take care, fly safe, and I will see you out there. Good night, everybody.